The name's Gan, Ray Gan, and this is the Aston Martin DBX. Let's do this. The Aston Martin DBX, a first of its kind from the luxury British marquee, meant to take the brand to new heights worldwide. The DBX may be an SUV, but it has the soul of a true sports car. With a sports car's heritage spanning 108 years, can the Aston Martin DBX merge a sports car's performance with an SUV's off-road capability? Well, we still can't know for now because this is just a showroom feature. However, we can still explore what sort of features this particular Aston Martin DBX has according to the specs that it has been made. Special thanks to Aston Martin Manila for this rare opportunity to feature the Aston Martin DBX. The Aston Martin DBX first came out in 2019 as an answer to the world's hunger for more and more performance SUVs. Now, this DBX might be Aston Martin's very first SUV, but it already has the distinction as an official Formula One medical car. Now, this distinction already tells me that the DBX is really more of a sports car first and an SUV next. Now, as for the price, well, the Aston Martin DBX starts at 24.5 million Philippine pesos. So if you're looking to take this baby home to your garage, well then, gentlemen, you better start saving up because there's really no time to die. Apologies for that, guys. I just had to throw in a James Bond pun. Aston Martin did a great job incorporating that Aston Martin gene into the design of this DBX. In fact, when you look at it from the front fascia, yeah, it looks pretty similar to the Aston Martin Vantage, from the signature front grille here to the Vantage-shaped LED headlight units, and of course, a clamshell hood. Now, gentlemen, since this DBX is a super SUV, well, it also gets some functional aerodynamic bits. There's a pair of functional air vents here on the sides of the front bumper, which helps to smoothen out that air curtain here on the sides. Plus, we have a pair of functional heat extractors on the hood, or the bonnet, which not only removes heat from the twin turbos, but it also helps to reduce lift. Here on the side, the DBX gets a low and sleek roofline here that really gives it more of a fastback design. You'll also notice that the door handles are flushed into the doors for better aerodynamics, and true to sports car form, the doors are also equipped with frameless windows that has hidden seals. Heck guys, if you'll notice, the B pillar here is also made out of glass so that the windows sort of have like that one-piece design to it. Heck guys, if you take your attention to the running board of the DBX, I mean, if you look at it, it's sculpted in such a way that when you open the doors and you step inside your DBX, yeah, you won't touch the running boards with your clothes, and that should help keep your clothes clean. I mean, talk about attention to detail, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this particular white DBX here also comes equipped with a set of 22-inch forged alloy wheels. And if you look inside those wheels, well, we have a massive set of four-wheel disc brakes. Heck, even the brake calipers of this DBX is made out of aluminum, as well as the suspension parts. Now that's for lightweight purposes, and yes, we have a double wishbone aluminum front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Oh, by the way, that is how the British pronounce it, aluminium. Yes, and you can just ask James of Throttle House if it's really the correct term, and that's really how he pronounces it. Anyway, guys, the thing is, this DBX also comes equipped with air suspension so that you can also adjust the ride height depending on your road conditions. You can go from a standard ground clearance of 190 millimeters all the way up to 235 millimeters in case you're taking the DBX out on an off-road trail. Thing is, guys, yes, if you do know anybody who will willingly take their personal DBX out on an off-road trail, please introduce me to them because I'd love to shake their hand. The rear end of the DBX comes with some design cues that have been clearly taken from the Aston Martin Vantage. We get the signature LED taillights here to this upswept design that is, yes, it's identical to the one found in the Aston Martin Vantage. Now this DBX is also equipped with a pair of active exhaust pipes, which means that, yes, it comes with a quiet mode in case you're doing a cold start while inside the village, and you can also toggle it into like full berserker mode if you are driving the DBX, well, Reagan's Ride style. Now, I would have loved to give you like a sound bite of these sport exhausts, but Aston Martin Manila specifically told me not to do so, so yeah, that's a bit of a bummer there. When you pop open the power liftgate of this DBX, you'll notice that this big boy can return to you 632 liters of cargo space. Now that, my friends, is good enough to house a pair of my medium-sized luggage here, and here's another cool feature. See, we have a pair of buttons here on the side which will help you lower or raise the rear air suspension of the DBX in case you're loading heavier stuff. Well, you won't have a hard time doing that because of this really cool feature. Now, before we go into this gorgeous engine and this engine bay, I will share with you one trivia that I just discovered now while filming this Aston Martin DBX. You see, the bonnet opener, or the hood opener for those Americans out there, the bonnet opener can be found on the front passenger side instead of the driver's side. Now, this is a left-hand drive Aston Martin DBX, so it's kind of weird that we have the bonnet opener on the right side of the car, and I do have my theories about why it's there, although none of them is good, so I'll just shut up about it now because my mother always told me that if you have nothing good to say, then don't say anything at all. Anyway, guys, let's skip to the good part, and that is this engine and this engine bay. I mean, check out the theater by which this clamshell hood opens. I mean, this, my friends, is absolutely gorgeous. Now, this gorgeous clamshell hood hides the heart of the beast. And this, my friends, is an AMG-built 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that can put out 542 horsepower and 700 Newton-meters of torque. Now, the power can be sent to all four wheels via a 9-speed automatic transmission. Of course, you want to know the performance figures of this official F1 medical car, and well, essentially 0 to 100 kph times can be done in as quick as 4.5 seconds, all the way up to a top speed of 291 kilometers per hour. Now, we also have a limited slip differential here in this DBX, which can help it corner well, and this vehicle can really corner like a sports car, courtesy of an electronic anti-roll system. Being a super luxury SUV, well, the cabin of this Aston Martin DBX will not disappoint. No, sir, you will not find any plastics in this cabin. Now, some of you might say that there is that glossy piano black finish material found in the center tunnel, and that looks like plastic. Well, this is what I'm going to say to you. Young man, go to the bathroom right now and wash your mouth. You see, this, my friend, is not made of plastic. This glossy piano black material is made of veneer, and if you're wondering what veneer is, you can always Google it, then come back to this video. Now, this particular Aston Martin DBX has been fully spec'd in this all-black caithness leather that comes with contrast red stitching, and we also have Alcantara material for your roof lining, and there's also wool for your carpets. Yeah, talk about luxury, guys. I mean, it's crazy. Now, we're sitting on these sport seats here, and these sport seats come with power adjustments for both the driver and the front passenger, and these seats give you the perfect balance of comfort and support. Now, we also have a fully leather-wrapped, gorgeous steering wheel here that comes with a set of massive paddle shifters, which is par for the course for a super SUV. Now, the instrument gauge cluster is also a 12-inch fully digital affair there, which complements the 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system here that comes standard with Apple CarPlay. Now, this infotainment system also powers a 14-speaker Harman Samsung speaker setup, plus it also comes with a 360-degree view camera. Now, if you'll notice, we don't also have a shifter here, guys, because we don't have a shift knob itself or a shift stick, but we have a row of buttons right there on top of the infotainment screen, and we have on the center button the engine start-stop button, and flanking that we have your drive buttons there: drive, neutral, reverse, and park. Now, there are some people who don't like that design or that feature of this DBX, being traditionalist or purist, but for me, in my opinion, I love this because it just gives it such a clean look and gives it such a modern look that takes the brand into the 21st century. Now, as for the safety bits of this Aston Martin DBX, well, this SUV is equipped with all of the safety features known to man. As you're seeing on your screen right now, it's covering the entire screen. We have all of these safety goodies and driver assist aids because we just got to keep the master of this Aston Martin DBX safe at all times. Now, of course, since we don't have a shifter here, well, the center tunnel is dominated by buttons that operate your air suspension, plus some buttons that also help you operate your driver assist aids. We also have here a touchpad with a control knob that helps you control your infotainment system. And if you'll notice, the center tunnel here has been designed to look like a floating bridge, such that you will now have a large space underneath. Now, this large space underneath also comes with a wireless charging pad there, and it's shaped in such a way that you can park your Aston Martin DOP kit, your leather DOP kit, underneath this floating bridge. Oh yeah, by the way, that leather satchel, that DOP kit, is also an option when you make a purchase of the Aston Martin DBX. Now, we also have here a pair of cup holders, guys, that I will subject to my 600 ml clean canteen test. So let's see. Unfortunately, it doesn't pass my clean canteen test. It's a little bit on the small side. So if you have a clean canteen like that, then just put it on the bottle holder. It's gonna fit there. And yeah, you'll have to look for something a little bit more refined to put in these smaller than usual cup holders. Now, guys, to top it off, well, to literally top it off, this Aston Martin DBX also comes with a massive panoramic sunroof there, and it's also important to note that the blinds that covers that, or the sunshade for that panoramic sunroof, is also made out of Alcantara, and the glass of this DBX is made out of acoustic glass. So I'm pretty sure that the NVH levels of this SUV will be phenomenal. The Aston Martin DBX is an SUV that is meant to be driven, but it doesn't mean that the backseat passengers will take a, well, for lack of a better term, back seat. In fact, Aston Martin engineers and designers went through like 6 months of product R&D and development just for the backseat passengers of the DBX. Heck, they even did a focus group discussion with a bunch of young kids just to see the comfort levels of the backseat passengers. So yes, you can expect that this backseat will be really cloud nine, guys. Now, this is a pretty large SUV, so you do get a good amount of space here. I'm only 5'6", guys, but this driving position is for somebody who's 5'10", and yet I still get a good amount of knee room and foot room here, around 5 inches of knee room, and I do get around 5 inches of headroom as well. However, the way these seats have been designed though is that they're really meant for two passengers because, well, one, the seats are sculpted just for two people, and as two, we have a pretty tall center tunnel right there in the middle for the four-wheel drive system. So yes, you can put a third person here in the middle in a pinch, but for optimal purposes, well, best to keep it at two passengers here at the back. Now, as for the amenities, well, the backseat of the DBX gets a third climate zone here. We also have rear AC vents here in the center, as well as on the B pillar, so you have a total of 4 rear AC vents here. We do have heating for the seats, at least for this white DBX, this spec, and of course, we have center armrest here with a couple of cup holders. From the specs and features of this Aston Martin DBX, there is no doubt that this is one of the most capable and luxurious road-going SUVs in the country today. Now, I'm pretty sure it can also do some off-roading, although I have yet to meet a man who will willingly take his DBX out on an off-road trail. Maybe that could be me. What do you say, Aston Martin Manila? Trail or track? Track maybe? Or trail? Well, give me a call, will ya? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.